How's it going, everybody? We are Cranky Films, and today we are back with another Maxor review. Y'all been loving Maxor. We've been loving Maxor. We're here for another review. This time, we're watching the Genshin Impact review. My money is gone. Waifu Simulator, bro. You're telling me, bro, I spent so much money on Genshin. Well, too much that I wanted, bro. About like 140, bro. But this is neither here nor there, bro.
Welcome to Moon.
This man hopefully hasn't been tempted. You know, let's just get straight into it. I'm excited. Let's just get into it, brothers.
Okay, whoever owns this game is in severe credit card debt.
All right.
No. Not if you're rich.
Not if you're rich.
Let's get it.
Genshin Impact is a game which has sucked away my soul and killed my dog. I first began playing Genshin Impact because of all the cute women. Then experienced apotheosis and a philosophical enlightenment through the death of my own ego. I love Genshin Impact, but this game will have an impact on your social life, and even after you stop playing, you will not recover. To this day, it has left me in a perpetual state of sophisticated malding, and I recommend it for all the wrong reasons. In this game, you play as John Impact, an extra-dimensional being by Mega Blocks, and is forced to
Mega Blocks,
the last airbender for weeaboos. Powered by its simple chemistry system in which characters electrocute, burn, and throw rocks at each other. One of those is much less cool, but it, like Australopithecus, was my primary source of damage. Now trapped in the land of gotcha hell, our protagonist must find a way to save our siblings by fighting geometry. The indigenous inhabitants of Twitter.
A lot of people are introducing gotcha with this game.
As well, we are here to explore, solve puzzles, play prop hunt, cook, get arrested for looking at Zhongling too much, get sentenced to 10 years, and emerge from prison a devout Buddhist. This video is going to be about my experience playing this interesting game and how to objectively have the most fun with it. It's a very bad sign when most people who play the game don't recommend it, but I do. Although I am slightly a dingus, so I don't recommend you take my opinion as fact, but as entertainment. So whether you're new to this strange, otherworldly Chinese
oh my god,
me to tell you the tale of how this left a Genshin impact into my frontal lobe.
A Genshin impact
Here's
into my frontal lobe.
Most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old. Let's begin with what's maximally important. Not the gameplay, not the story, nor anything you would typically associate with a video game. The single most important thing in this game is rolling dice to gain attractive people and then parading them around like a child on TLC. I do not exaggerate when I say this is probably what attracted most people to this game.
No, don't send him to bunk.
Lisa is a character who continually refers to herself as One-sama and sounds like she is at all times on the verge of sex. I received her after completing a quest and then decided that I would use Lisa exclusively to do rock climbing. That way, I could repeatedly hear her oddly enthusiastic moaning for the next 10 hours of gameplay. I literally installed this game after downloading 60 images of Ganyu, since the official specifies that she killed a monster after being by it because her ass was so big it blocked his trachea and suffocated him to death. However, there is a catch. I don't have Ganyu, and I never will. You have a random chance to get characters, and that chance is high. 5.1% to be exact, and that's getting anyone. So if you want a particular character,
use a perfect reason to start the game.
Have your very first role be a high-level DPS character that carries you through the game with chimpanzee martial arts, or you could roll 3 useless small boys in a row and then desire death.
F Bennett.
And while I'm writing about bad things that could be deal breakers, the anti-cheat for this game is very strong.
I've never used that.
Ring 0 permissions on your kernel. This means that it can read and write memory at any
location
on your computer without seg faulting. I, however, am not afraid, since if Xi Jinping does harvest my computer's data, all he will find is 50 pages of Waluigi hentai. It's your launch, and yes, it does turn off when the game isn't running. So this review is going to include a guide on how to have fun, because like real life, lusting after women causes suicidal depression. Step 1. Optimally as you want. Do not try to min-max shit, because RNGesus will snap your fucking neck. Do whatever is fun with whatever you have. In my case, I decided that I would roleplay as a violent misandrist and only play as women out of principle. Any men
principle,
level 1 and made useful in the coal mines. It is simply not worth it for me to engage in combat if I cannot also yank it. The central point of the characters is that they are potential wives, and I am absolutely, definitely, 1000% secure in my masculinity. Playing the game optimally in this case would mean making the game boring and staring at man ass. So fuck it. If, for instance, I had wanted a particular legally questionable female to be my digital puppet, the chance of me receiving that would be 0.3%, which is where this image comes from. Take what you can get with the rules.
Attached
Don't be mad.
video.
Exercise patience and control, and you will have a lot more fun.
my
I
God.
definitely have not sold my house to get big-titted pirate mommy. But
Damn
Maxor,
right.
I hear your thoughts.
I did.
Why are you displaying a single image of a regular crab on my screen? And also, what is the world?
Randomness
and
of
why
this.
are we here? That is a great question, James.
catches you
Because
off
before we get
guard.
into the
James?
exploration and the combat, we must first understand the context.
Oh
in
my
which our
God,
run might
gone
be imagined.
you.
And like every game made by Asian people on my channel, the lore is some Hyperborean bullshit. So
True.
let's say number 2 of enjoying the game is not caring about this, just like 90% of the player base.
Yeah.
Mountain Shaper.
Part 2.
Tabat.
Moon
Yo, Genshin!
Nilu.
And now it's Alex to actually play it.
Yo! I have Nilu. Alright.
The world
You do
of
have
Teyvat is
Nilu.
ruled collectively by 7 gods who govern the 7 elements. Except the nature god, he's special. This came about
Yeah, this is before.
100 years ago. There were like
Special.
80 gods or something. Then everything changed when the
Oh,
Fire
that- oh
Nation-
my-
No, but actually 7 seals opened up in heaven, so literally every god fought over their power to the death. The result was the 7 gods of each element we see today, each ruling over their own nation in their own fucked up ways. Every once in a while, these
Okay.
delusional bastards will just give random people
Calmly.
superpowers, like how the electricity
They will.
god just gave a girl with a mental disorder a talking bird. This also includes small children who
Official.
could very possibly kill themselves for some reason. Now, the world
the
you
terrorist
see in game
Klee.
takes place in 2
My girl
nations
Klee,
or
bro.
3 if you're from the future.
Yo.
The first is Mondstadt, a lawless, anarcho-capitalist commune in New Hampshire, which has no formal governance of any kind. They instead rely institutionally on vigilante justice, including a hot Batman. As a result, an entire territory of their nation
That's-
is completely overrun
that's
with
Captain
wolves.
Pie.
No one
Yeah,
has the
that's Captain
systemic
Pie.
authority to stop people from
Yeah,
exercising
yo.
their rights and liberties to feed the wolves babies. Oh, also, there's the fucking dragon problem. Did I not mention the murderous dragon?
They
we
got a
have
dragon
the nation of
The ball.
Liyue, an extremely rich and powerful country to the
Yes.
east. They have recently come into conflict with Mondstadt due to the Luhua Pool massacre of 69, as well as an aggressive
Yeah, effing
foreign
salt
policy
god.
involving a 9-dashed line in the Sea of Clouds, headed by the Tian Xuan Ningguang of the Liyue Qi Xing. Those are all real names. Liyue exists at
effing
an
Ningguang.
unprecedented level of prosperity and control, living happily under the watchful
Ningguang
eye of
Beidou,
the rock
Pog.
god, who periodically disguises himself to ensure that the populace is behaving well and upholding
Oh,
their
God.
state contracts.
will
Just in
execute
case.
you.
Now, China, I know
Wow.
they're
John
new to
Lee.
making video games, yet in my country, we have a long history
Yo.
of shooting people. But who lives in Liyue and who lives in where is in? The answer is unfortunate. Populating this extensive world will be several factions of enemies with subgroups, elemental specializations, and fucking bullshit. The enemy
Yeah,
threat in this game
Dendro.
is
Yeah.
a picture of a post-apocalyptic nightmare world
before
where
Dendro
raiding
came
bands of
out.
savages constantly destroy
God.
everything,
Dendro's
leaving humanity
low.
in a perpetual state of warfare with armies of bandits and the midget people. One of these groups is the Hillagers, an
Alphabet
intelligent
mages.
race capable
alright?
of empathy and
Yeah,
they're-
complex thoughts, which is why they
they're
must be
so
destroyed.
relentless.
These
They
guys
always
make the
pair
golden
them with
chimpanzee
water and
world
ice
look like
ones.
a fucking joke. And at
To
no point
freeze
does anyone
you.
in the entire game even give a shred of sympathy for the Hillagers, except for Elon Musk. They can
True.
be big gorilla, small monkey, operate
Elon Musk.
complex machinery, and have their own language. This makes it more fun to slaughter entire
Yeah.
villages of them and steal their possessions with no consequences. In fact, you're
Jesus.
encouraged to do it. Overall,
Yeah,
I
just told
would
me
rate
that
them
Lisa.
a genocide out of 10. Next are the country-sized hordes of organized bandits called the Treasure Hoarders, who are just
Yeah.
regular guys forced to fight you with shovels and Molotov cocktails. Are you sure
Yeah,
we're
it's
the
so
good
unfair
guys?
for them.
It's fortunate that because they
Very
committed a crime,
true.
their lives are now forfeit. Abyss
Yeah.
mages are very simple because they are
I've
warring
entered
with 2
your
reskins
lives and
who are
mine.
also
Hate Abyss
inhuman
mages.
beings of the Dark Void with sworn vengeance upon
Yeah.
humanity
Oh my God.
itself. They also dwell almost entirely in fucking space. The Fatui of Snezhnaya are heavily armed
Turns
diplomats
out.
seeking to dominate the world of Teyvat through subterfuge.
child.
And employing 9-foot-tall people with hammers is absolutely conducive to this goal, I promise. They are unique among Teyvat because they serve the interests
Yeah, yeah,
of the
the
Tsaritsa of
Chinsen
Snezhnaya,
maids.
also known as the God of Ice. That's important because it's very weird that they primarily use electricity and fire. I guess the Ice God is just fucking lazy. The Fatui are always up to no good, like stealing the Wind God's power or like a bank heist. They're also really hot, so I'm not stopping them. Finally,
Yeah,
we
kinda
have the
hot.
local wildlife
True.
of Teyvat, which is 90% slimes and 10% these fuckers. I spent
F
most
those
of my
guys.
waiting
F
to
those
do
guys.
so.
They're so...
Oh my god.
I would never fight them.
Computer deactivate iguana.
That's really what the combat is all about. Sometimes
I'd rather
it's like,
TP away than
holy
run
fuck,
past
there's a
him
whale. And other times it's like,
and run farther.
Yeah.
I think that bush just fucking really, no matter what happens, you're in for a mess.
I remember that
Let's
happened
find out
first
if
time to me.
that's bad or worse.
oh my god.
I think that bush is just following me.
combat?
Shit Intact is a
combat
game
is really good.
where to
It is.
maximize their power, the player dynamically switches between their DPS character and everyone else. Rule number 3
True.
of Genshin Impact. Pick one. Your typical team is
Pick
comprised
one.
of your DPS baby, your heal support, your burst support, and moral support. Think of it like a train. You only need one engine and enough weight to kill Terry Davis.
Evan
Now,
Thomas.
everything, characters have
Jesus
elemental
Christ.
alignments, which, depending on the enemy, can ruin the game. My wife Barbara could heal me,
Yeah.
but in the process, must make everyone wet, which makes
Yes.
it a proverbial bathtub, which enemies will then catapult toasters into for massive damage. It's a fucking
No.
blast. You feel like a chemistry professor gone rogue, using the elements to his advantage and then blowing himself up in the process. Unless your DPS uses rocks, in which case, you know,
Geo
just watch,
supremacy.
yes, everything is elements, and everyone has an elemental skill and alignment. Unless you're the nature god who has no characters. Some are bad, and
Sure.
others are very
Yeah.
bad. But many are completely game-changing, like how Beta's
Oh, yeah,
elemental
Beta,
skill adds
so
a
good.
parry mechanic to the game, or how Ningguang invalidates all ranged enemies. The combat is definitely its strength, and is an experiment in how bad you can craft your psychotic dog water alchemy, and hopefully create a moving ball of destruction strong enough to kill God. To extend this concept, every character uses one of 5 unique weapon classes, such as Mongolian, Controller Erosion, the Waiting Game, Egg Catapults, and the Speed Demon. So be careful with who you choose and what weapons they— oh wait, no, it's random. Get fucked. Now, this
True.
Sometimes
True.
you have to throw huge sponges at each other. Enemies
God
get
says.
level, and generally health is not hard to come by. So depending on your investment, some enemies could take
I do 86
minutes to kill.
damage.
This all amounts to making a classic video game build, the tank, entirely useless.
No!
No way! Don't shit on the tank like that.
Noel is a DPS character.
And a curse. That is, of course, unless you're playing
Oh,
Barbara,
yeah.
whose healing scales only off of health, making her tankier than Tiana. Let's go over an example.
Oh god, they have to show that
the
video.
insanity that we're working with. It is optimal in most of my combat scenarios to cause forest fires by throwing a
Yeah, welcome to
bear.
California.
Well, it's obvious. My favorite
It's awful.
parry anything, which includes the heat of fire. Or how about Ningguang, who spawns a wall inside of enemies like it's Gary's mod. We just do it to piss them off. Did I also mention you can invite your insane Discord stalker to play co-op with you? The
Hell
combat
yeah.
is fully
Yes.
functional.
Hello, Max.
I made a mistake.
Oh.
Run away.
Oh,
System
no.
that lets you customize
Made a
artifacts,
mistake.
upgrade your weapon, and level your character's talents, because that's boring. It can be made especially boring when you have to pick 30 mushrooms to do it, but
Yeah.
you know, here we are.
Ah,
that leads me
I
to my
know.
next point. You're gonna have to explore for those mushrooms, and that
I got
sounds
Barbara all the
bad,
way
but
up.
it's actually the best part. Get ready for some cross-country gaming, because we literally have a lot
Yo.
of ground to cover. So rule number 4
Yeah.
of Genshin Impact is that if you see something, just go.
True.
Just go!
Go for it.
Probably noticed at some point that this game looks identical to Breath of the Wild, right down to the UI. This is an objectively correct assessment. It's just that the game doesn't give a shit, and neither should we. Breath of the Wild was so good that I wanted Breath of the Wild with more anime pussy, because
Damn right.
why did Nintendo
Damn
make
right.
it look like
It's
that?
it.
The amount of
Alright,
bandits and
alright,
foreign
Zelda
soldiers in
need
this
to
game
chill
suddenly
though.
makes sense when you realize it has the geography of fucking
I
Afghanistan.
love that Zelda
It's a
version, bro.
place, but you're given the tools to navigate it, like your feet or your sweat. And there is quite a bit to see. So, for an example, when I first installed the game, I didn't know that Leeway was in it. That's over half of the map. I was doing a
Definitely
quest that
Leeway.
required a
Yeah.
wild radish.
Yeah, when you
so
first get the
naturally
game, it's like
clicking the
massive.
and accidentally discovered the
Yeah.
entirety of Ming Dynasty China, at which point I was wrongfully assaulted after being mistaken for opium. This is one of
Oh,
those
fucking
games where you start
opium,
finding chests
no.
and within 30 minutes are flying to a strange island with a man named Jeffrey. It's actually not that different to Skyrim, but this game makes Skyrim look like it's in Kansas.
Oh my
There is
God.
always something to do and always something to find. You would think that
Game
would get
makes
stale, but
Skyrim
they
look
just
like it's
keep
in
finding ways
Kansas.
to turn on my neurons. There is a
Neuron
map I just run
activation.
which spans an entire region of the game where you have to climb 3 mountains. You
Yep.
can spend an afternoon
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that, and it's viable. There is no direction that you can go
You
that
should
will
get the
not
best
help
food
you
there.
in some tangible way, and that's what's important about exploration. It's not just pretty, it's optimal. You see the shit right here.
Optimal.
This activates my fucking almonds. Exploring this
Fucking
game trains your
almonds.
neurons to fire at the most basic of incentives, like a lab chimp. But seriously, if you aren't yet considering the game, just have fun exploring it. Stop
Yeah.
and smell the flowers, and accidentally find
Yeah.
China over a vegetable. I found it eventually.
Over a
It took
vegetable.
3 hours. Now, if the review had ended
Over a
here, this would be a
vegetable.
definite recommend, because the game is free. It costs $0. It cannot yank your
Does it?
Not that I would know. But I must warn you that there are some serious drawbacks besides the fucking Chinese surveillance state that you have to install. So it's time to give you the final tools and rules that you need to enjoy this game.
Okay, let's hear it. Pain.
Megula Numeris Quinque of Genshin Impact is just, please God, use the resin every day. So to explain that, you have to understand that this game works by mostly giving you what you want when you seek it out.
I might play more now
mindlessly
if there was
for
more
10 hours
resin.
a day for a single goddamn Warframe chassis. But there is a catch. When it comes to grinding, there is a clever way to make sure that you can't trivialize the entire game, which is that the game just stops you. You expend resin when you kill
need to
a boss,
bump it
want
up,
money,
man.
want XP, want artifacts,
still haven't
want to
done it.
live, want to see my daughter again. Pretty much anything.
I want
If
to
you
see
have
my
no
daughter
resin, well,
again.
better wait. God will collect his existence tax, and you will fucking pay. Even if you live in Mondstadt, the IRS is the eternal fixture of the universe. And although it's nice to have fair guarantees for artifacts, it has the unique side effect of stopping the game from being played. You get 160 a day, and for revenue, you spend 40 for boss leads, so good luck. And if you thought that was bad, get ready for Rule 6, which is, you gotta do the daily quests. We Genshin players are always hard at work on the daily dopamine farms, putting in that grind so that we can have a 4-star object every 20 days. It really makes a man wonder why we bothered with making murder illegal in the first place. Thank you, Kane. This game can give you a lot if you decide to commit yourself to it. But if you don't, you will be scraping for crack crystals in a back alley. Maybe make a YouTube video.
Every day
is probably enough to discourage most people. I thought I was going to be one of those people until I realized that I liked the game. Stockholm Syndrome is actually cool. And finally, you don't want to play with English voices. Set it to literally any other language except English. Now, the voice work isn't horrendous, but it doesn't sound like the dialogue was actually written for English, and the translation is fucking hilarious.
The wolves frighten him so badly that he's paralyzed with fear.
We've looked everywhere and haven't seen any of the wolves.
So do what I do and play in Japanese, then switch the game to Chinese whenever you're in Liyue for maximal immersion. Dear Mr. Xi, please send missiles to liberate my country from the yoke of capitalism. Now that you're armed with what you need, should you play the game? Only if you have self-control. It's not worth it to spend money on the game. I'm serious, and that's why you should give me your money so I can spend it responsibly. Remember, the game is free, and so is the porn. I would like to thank the Chinese
the most
billionaires
important
and
part.
international arms dealers of the Maxor Patreon for funding my hopeless and deadly addictions. If you would like to help fund the videos corrupting America's youth in the name of Naxalite Maoism, you can head to the description to learn more. Thank you all for watching and waiting, and of course, your IP address has already been traded.
We gotta change our IP.
Oh, but also, there's no endgame confirmed, so love that.
Yeah, this is your old video. So. Still fantastic video.
Fantastic video, good video.
Oh my god. Maxor's crazy.
He's
dude.
great. I really enjoy him.
Yeah,
I really enjoy him.
so funny.
We'll probably end up watching more. If you like the video, please consider leaving a like. Comment down below if there's any videos you want us to check out. That'd be great. And subscribe. We've been the Cranky Films channel. And stay cranky.
Man, you getting that shit quick.
I'm quit this bit.